Hello, my name is Brendan Urquiaga, and I'm going to be presenting Gezi. Gezi is team-based archery combat game in which all players can fly. The goal for each team is to collect resources. These resources are your win condition. How you collect resources is any player lands near a resource node, places an extractor on that node over time, and then the extractor itself will periodically send resources to your team. Teams will battle it out on maps with multiple resource nodes, fighting over dominance, trying to maintain control, ultimately reaching a score threshold to win the match. Now, to add further strategy to the game, each player has a loadout at the beginning of the map. This loadout consists of an arrow type and an equipment piece, all of which change your gameplay slightly. Now, this is a versus game at heart, and some of the goals we had were to create a moderately paced, team-oriented game that is a mix of skill and strategy. Now, enough talking, I'm going to show you the actual game that I made over the last month. So, here we have our start screen. I'm going to choose two-player mode. I don't have an extra player, but you'll get to see the game anyway. So here we have our loadout. Each character gets to choose which arrow they like, and then equipment. I'm going to use the frost arrow and the gravity zone because I think they look the coolest. And my invisible opponent will be using piercing and healing zone. Now once everyone's ready, you choose what score you'd like to play to. We're just going to play to 500. It's nice and short. Okay, as soon as you load in the map, there's a little tutorial, teach everyone how to play. And here we are. Both teams are on opposite sides of the map, and I'm controlling the pink character over here on the left. I'm going to zoom my camera out, or first let's take a look at the character himself. You can see he's got a sweet mohawk, some wings, and a lot of particles going on. The particle in front of my hand displays the arrow cooldown. The particle above my head displays the cooldown for my equipment. Now, I'm going to zoom out here, and as you can see, there are resources down here. And if I just land, I will start capturing that, and boom, put an extractor in, starts collecting points for my team. There are 4 small resource nodes on this map, on the bottom and tops of the map in symmetrical locations, so no team has an advantage. However, the main resource node is here in the center. It's much larger and collects more points for your team. This is really the center of battle, and things get very hectic around here. You see a lot of equipment getting thrown down, such as a gravity well like this. So now what a gravity well is it'll catch arrows and alter their trajectory through them. And if you fire an arrow inside a gravity well, it generally gets caught, creating this trap for players. If I get hit by my own arrow, you can see I get slowed, and this is just the effect of the frost arrow. Different arrows all have different effects. So, the whole point of Gezi is for you and your team to collect the most resources and then ultimately win when you've reached the threshold. I'm just going to go back in, show you the death animation and one more arrow type, and that'll be all I have for you today. And I suppose I can show off the deflector as well. Now, so far in testing, this game plays a little quicker than anticipated, but I don't think it's a bad thing. Everyone has seemed to enjoy the 4-player hectic battle it out over the center hill in a very classic game type, King of the Hill. It's fun, and that is all I wanted, so success there. Here we go. I throw out my deflector zone. You can see it bounces arrows away. Now I'm going to go shoot the other player, and you can see the death animation, assuming I'm a good enough shot to actually hit him. Maybe, there it goes. So that's Gezi. Ultimately, I would like to port this to consoles and PC sometime in the next year or so. Thank you very much.